A person can never rise over their own opinion of themselves. Opinion of themselves. So I want you to take a second and I want you to write down, what are 5 things you think of yourself? That's what we spoke about last week. So is that ever evolving? Do you ever change your opinion of yourself over time?
Always.
Yes.
Yes.
Seems to be getting worse.
Aha. So my question is, if your opinion of yourself has changed over the years, has it gone up?
Yes.
Or has it gone down? Be honest with yourself.
What's
I'd be curious to see what categories you guys wrote down. Who wants to share? I was more confident. I have days. So it's inconsistent.
Correct.
So can you say I am inconsistent about my confidence? Okay. Do you understand you'll never rise over that opinion of yourself? Is that what you want?
No.
Are you moving towards or you're moving away from something that you want? So with that comment that you tell yourself, you're moving away from becoming more confident over time. So are you okay? And I want you guys to all write this down. Are you okay with your emotions deciding what your opinion is about yourself?
No, that's not okay.
Are you okay with your emotions controlling your own opinion of self? So why is our foundation of self so shaky? Why is it based on an emotion? So what is your opinion of yourself? You will never rise above the opinion of yourself. Who wants to give me another example? I'm talking about the foundation of self, your opinion of yourself. If you are certain of the opinion of yourself, you will be unshakable.
So I would wrote I am instead of I feel.
Today, our main subject is going to be raising your standards. Okay, how do we raise our standards? Because if we're able to raise our standards and we prove to ourselves we are those standards, the opinion of ourselves will also move to the next level. Do you see how that's logical? How it goes from one step to the other? So let's take Paula's example. She sometimes feels confident and other times not. The more she thinks that, the more it'll be inconsistent, right? But if she says, I am confident in every situation I go, and I am resourceful when it comes to finding solutions, then guess who's going to gain more confidence? And that comes back to your self-talk.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I ask you to raise your standards, and you do, you'll change the opinion of yourself, and your self-talk will change.
Yes.
Aha. So you guys see how important this is.
Self-talk is everything.
So we're going to go back and we're going to relate that back to your goals. Remember in the email I sent you, I said, please bring your goals with you. Your goals should always be with you, whether they're in your wallet, whether they're in your phone, whether they need to be somewhere physically that you can see them all the time. Why?
To remind yourself.
To remind yourself. And you know what? The more you read them, the more what?
You believe.
The more you believe, you change the opinion of yourself. So I want you to look at the examples you wrote down. When I ask you, what is your opinion? You will never rise above the opinion that you have of yourself. What is the opinion of yourself and those 5 points that you've written down? Because as we keep talking, we're going to be able to look through that and raise the standards of maybe that category of life. So for instance, if you say, my opinion of myself is that I'm inconsistent when it comes to work. I have some good years, I have some bad years. I have some good years, I have some bad years. Guess what you're going to keep doing? You're going to keep being inconsistent. So how do we raise our standards when it comes to inconsistency? Become consistent. But before we can become consistent, we have to what?
Break the pattern.
We have to create the pattern.
Yeah.
Create the pattern in our mind of consistency. And that's raising our standard. How many of you get mad often? Like your go-to emotion is mad. And you guys, you can raise your hands with the little handy thing that's somewhere or the reaction or something. Raise up your hand if your go-to emotion is anger.
Sometimes.
So the more you go to anger, the easier it is to get to anger. So what does anger do? Is it a positive emotion?
Very nice.
It's a very negative one. Will it give you any good types of sensations within you? It will not. So now I ask you, why do you keep doing it? You're responsible for yourself. I am responsible for myself and I am responsible for my feelings. So I ask you, next time you come to get triggered to be mad, what will you replace it with?